if he has been living in France for the last 3 to 4 years, why did it take this long for the French authorities to find him? Before then, where has he been? The stories are that he's been in Germany, he's been somewhere in Africa, some places in Africa. What are the responsibilities of these UN member states to
That
collaborate and to cooperate with the mechanism for their prosecution?
Yeah, the list runs long, doesn't it, Mausi? Switzerland, Congo,
Germany,
Germany,
Kenya,
Kenya. How do you explain that?
Burundi.
Belgium.
I mean, Belgium, of course. Wealth can buy you a lot. Wealth can buy you a lot, but it's also the sense that you can pay people to compromise them. But the surprising part of it is how the authorities in those countries failed to recognize and fulfill their obligation under the UN Security Council resolutions. But with different aliases, one other African man in Africa could be, like a fish in a sea of fishes. But if he's a wanted man and they had all of the indications, it shouldn't have taken this long to find him. And I think that the victims deserve some answers. It should be investigated. Every one of those countries where he has been alleged to have hidden, including France, for this number of years and did nothing. There was even a story that he was in Germany I believe it was some medical treatment a couple of years ago. I can imagine for someone like Judith, who was living in Germany, to understand that this man was within the shores of that country and nothing was done to apprehend him. It's just not good enough.
Judith Kayetezi, is it
Yeah.
something that the Germans are talking about, the fact that he had gone through Germany?
Yeah, I had that also. He was in Germany in the treatment for because he was sick, but don't know. I think also we need some explanation how he was living here and then they didn't find him.
The conspiracy mill has been running in overdrive on social media ever since this arrest in the suburbs of Paris, back on I believe it was the 16th of May. And Jonathan Beloff, different camps have different theories. The French wanted this, the Rwandans wanted that, etc. But again, I get back to what I asked you earlier, which is it just, a gendarme with a little extra time on his hands who can reopen a cold case? Is that just the simple explanation?
I often like to think that the simplest explanation is usually the correct one, and there's no doubt that's part of it. Something like this, like so many other things, there are many reasons that lead to it, that lead to the conclusion. So while finally having the French authorities having the time to track him, this had already been started before COVID. As well as, fundamentally, you have to look at Rwandan French history. You have to look at other genocide perpetrators that are in France, as well as a lot of other countries in Western Europe, as well as the United States, Canada. There were many different factors that led to him getting to France, jumping all around Europe, as everyone's been saying, but finally of him being captured. While some of the conspiracies of, this was a tit for tat move, France and Rwanda, Macron and Kagame talking about, okay, let's arrest him to help improve ties, chances are that is probably limited. More likely is, because of COVID, because of multiple other things, and because of luck, he was finally captured.